Hey guys, welcome back to another heavy metal diecast video, and we've got another one here from Corgi in 1/72 scale diecast. It is a P-47D, good old Razorback here, and this one is from the 9th Fighter Squadron of the 49th Fighter Group, and this one is from New Guinea in 1944, as it says right there. And the 9th Fighter Squadron was first formed in 1941, and after the attack in Pearl Harbor, they would move to Australia in 1942. It would spend World War II in the Pacific Theatre of War engaging the Japanese. The squadron has stayed active since its creation and has been based at Holloman Air Force Base since 1968. Although the last actual aircraft the squadron has flown was the F-117 Nighthawks until 2008. They would then switch over to the MQ-9 Reaper drones in 2012, and they continue to operate those. Now, our aircraft, though, is one flown by World War II American air ace Gerald Johnson, who would be the 4th highest US fighter ace in the Pacific, ending the war with 22 aerial victories in 265 combat missions. Johnson would also shoot down an Australian CAC boomerang. Johnson would actually attack a flight of 2 boomerangs and 2 P-40 Warhawks from the RAAF returning from a mission, and he would shoot one of those aircraft down. After World War II, Johnson would be killed in October of 1945, unfortunately, when the B-25 he was flying actually flew into a typhoon. He did order the crew to bail out, but one of the crew members actually failed to bring a chute. So he gave up his parachute to him. He and his co-pilot attempted to land after everyone else had bailed out. Unfortunately, both men were killed when the aircraft did crash on approach. On that unfortunate ending, we will open this box up and check out Major Gerald Johnson's aircraft in the metal so we can check it out in a bit more detail. We'll be right back in a second. All right, with the Thunderbolt out of the box, we can get this lid off so we can check out Mr. Johnson's aircraft. This is an older one, so if you do like what you see today, you will have to hunt one of these aircraft down on the interwebs, of course, on the second-hand market. So it does have the usual stand here. It does have a little baggie that will have the landing gear options for gear up or gear down, of course. And, of course, this big old jug is sitting in here. And, well, it's in a Corgi packet. Let us see how much of a pain this will be. Oh, no. Oh, good. We got it out nicely. Thank God for that. Well, thanks, someone. We can see this awesome-looking P-47 in a fantastic colour scheme. This is a really nice-looking colour scheme. The shade of these propeller blades is very unusual. It doesn't spin as good as the usual Corgi ones do, but it does have some reasonable detail that you might just see in there. This is sort of a big chunk of metal. It does have a little bit of weight to it. It's got the usual sort of panel lines in there. There is a Gerald Johnson sitting in the cockpit of his aircraft. You can see the aerial victories on the side there, the Japanese aerial victories. It's got the aerial on there already. You don't have to do anything to it. It comes pretty much ready to display straight out of that box. Got some nice tail detail, very stark white accents on this aircraft. Have a little look on this side. It's a pretty solid build. I would say probably not as good as the Dragon one, though. I'll have to apologise to Corgi for doing a review on theirs after just recently doing a review on a Dragon Models one, because they are really good. This one's not bad, but it's a little bit less good than the Dragon ones. But this is still a pretty cool looking model. And obviously, as you can see, it's already prepared for in-flight, so you just pull these ones straight out of the box and you can chuck it on the stand and have this in flight for you fly boys to make you happy. And of course, we might as well quickly do that for you. Quickly chuck that together like so. It looks like the rubber grommet was already stuck in there from the previous owner. As I said, this was a second-hand purchase, and bang, bang, job done for in-flight. So this is, as she will look, if you want to display yours in flight, there, that propeller not 100%. But of course, I don't display mine like this. I like to see mine gear down. So what we will do is we will go off and do that now. We'll chuck some landing gear on this jug here and come right back. All right, with this big old Thunderbolt set up for gear down, it was very straightforward. So you've got your two little gear bay doors and the main landing gear that go straight into place. There is no hassle. There is a little bit of colour in the wheel well, which is really good, and some details, some grooves, and some, you know, it looks like little cables and stuff, which is pretty nice. It's got some nice detail. The wheels, they do turn, so if you like to roll them around, you can spin this around, of course, and then you drop that little tail wheel module in, and that is wheels down, all done. And that is how your cool-looking Thunderbolt, the big old jug, does look. And this one does look pretty fine. I don't mind the livery on this one at all. It looks pretty cool. It does look a little bit different to the usual sort of liveries you do get, and I reckon it is a nice-looking example of a P-47. We will chuck it on the deck here and wind the video up for you, of course. We'll zoom in a fraction on Gerald Johnson's P-47. Alright, so I'll do the usual. I will take some photos of this and you can check them out at the end of the video without my fingers all over the aircraft, and have a look at this in some better detail. And of course, if you like this like me, throw us one of those if you can find that button, of course. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And as I said, if you want one of these yourself, you'll have to look for one of these on the interwebs, because you'll have to grab this one secondhand, because this is quite an older Corgi release model, of course. As I said, it's by Corgi. It is 1/72nd scale. It is the P-47D5 as flown by Major Gerald Johnson from the 9th Fighter Squadron from the 49th Fighter Group while based in New Guinea in January of 1944. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I always do appreciate it. You all have a fantastic rest of your day. Stay safe. Cheers everyone.